Back outside, here's a live look in Springdale on I-49. Let's go ahead and get a quick check of the forecast with Stephen Elmore.
Hey, Rachel. Yeah, today not too bad. Temperatures only in the 80s. Got a few puffy clouds here and there. Taking a look at those temperatures right now across northwest Arkansas. Not too bad. Again, only topping out in the low to mid 80s today. 85 currently in Fayetteville, 82 in Bentonville, and 83 in Salem Springs. Across the River Valley, temperatures just outside of 90s for today. 89 currently in Fort Smith, 85 in Alma, 86 in Greenwood. So overall, not bad today. That humidity also not too bad. Again, this start of the weekend, we only saw dew point values in the low 60s, high 50s, resulted in our feels like temperatures only being a few degrees warmer than our actual temperatures for today. That's going to be changing heading into tomorrow. The rest of this evening, temperatures going to be dropping out of the 80s into the 70s for overnight lows. Across the River Valley, temperatures going to be in the 80s by the time we get to 9 p.m. Taking a look at Futurecast radar, we could see a few showers here and there heading into early morning hours of Sunday. Just across northwest Arkansas, though, not expected to reach much into the River Valley, and those showers aren't expected to last outside of the morning hours. But once we get back into the evening hours for Sunday, we could see some more showers trying to work their way out of Kansas, moving into northwest Arkansas by the time we head into the overnight hours Sunday into Monday. Outside of that, though, just a few puffy clouds. Watch out for those showers heading into tomorrow morning across northwest Arkansas. Outside that, when it clears out heading into tomorrow afternoon, temperatures back up into the low 90s for our Sunday afternoon. 90s, mid 90s across the River Valley, low 90s across northwest Arkansas, and picking up in those temperatures by the time we get later on into the weekend. Temperatures expected to reach back up into the mid 90s across northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Our hottest day this week is expected to be Tuesday. We're going to feel those heat index values in the triple digits once again across the River Valley, anywhere from 100 to 105. So not those excessive temperatures, but we could see a few heat advisories across the River Valley by the time we get to the midweek. Midweek, though, across northwest Arkansas, only expected to feel like we're in the high 90s, still warm for this time of year. Tracking our humidity, kind of going up and down over the next couple of days, but technically on the rise by the time we get into the first half of the week. Even though we have no rain chances, temperatures are going to be picking back up into the 90s, resulting in our dew point values to pick up back into the high 60s. Rain chances towards the end of the week are going to boost our humidity later on. But Rachel's mentioned it a few times, some significant heat is returning back into the forecast by the time we get into late July, and we're going to see some excessive temperatures before we get on into August. Temperatures going to be back up into the triple digits by the time we try to end this month. Northwest Arkansas, the rest of this week, temperatures, again, not too bad. We've seen definitely worse this summer, but only going to be in the mid 90s. Plenty of sunshine, though, as that high pressure system starts to sink in. Maybe a few showers heading into tomorrow morning across northwest Arkansas, but Monday, Tuesday, and throughout most of this upcoming week, temperatures are going to be in the mid 90s with plenty of sunshine. Across the River Valley, temperature is going to be a little bit warmer, but you see just right around average for this time of year. Rachel, you've mentioned it a few times. Again, we took a look at that climate prediction outlook where all of Arkansas is listed underneath that potential for extreme heat heading into next week. We've already seen a few rounds of this so far this summer. Temperatures are going to be back up close to triple digits before we try to inch our way closer towards fall. Still got a significant time left of summer before we get to those temperatures. But again, temperatures going to be reaching up back to the triple digits.
But this week hasn't been that bad.
Not bad
I feel
at all.
like.
Today, with temperatures only reaching up into the 80s, we don't get that many days in July. We've seen a lot of rainfall this month so far, so feeling very nice, but we're going to pay for it once we get into next week with temperatures.
There's always
back on the
something.
rise.
There's always a catch.
You
with
can
something
never
with
just
you.
have the good weather for very long. We got to bring something back, and that's going to be the heat heading into next week.
All right. Well, thanks, Stephen. Let's go ahead and check in with Jonathan.